Massiva, this is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to begin one of our first video covering a few of the legendary weapons that are going to be found in Outriders. Now, we don't know entirely how many legendary weapons there are, but we do have some information on some of the ones that are currently that we know of. Now, we're going to be breaking down these weapons part from part, telling you guys exactly what you can expect out of this weapon, who this weapon might actually be very good with, and also telling you guys exactly all the integral parts you want to know about legendary weapons in Outriders. So that sounds like something you're interested in. Make sure you guys drop a like and let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we do, I do want to remind you guys about our January giveaway. We're giving away one free copy of any game that you want for 2021 for any system of your choice. To enter and participate, it's super duper easy. All you got to do is click the pinned comment and be a subscriber to the channel. And that's it. You guys are automatically entered. So good luck to everybody's participating. The winner will be announced on the first week of February. Let's go ahead and dive in. So as you guys know, in Outriders, legendary weapons are going to be very fundamental to not only your build, but are also going to be very fundamental dependent on what type of mods you want to apply to these weapons. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a weapon called VOODOO Matchmaker. Now, this is a legendary assault rifle. And you guys already know, if you've seen my videos on what are the best classes, or if you've seen my videos on the breakdown of each individual class, you should already know which of the two characters are going to be really good with assault rifles. If you don't know, I'm going to link those linked in the annotations and also in the descriptions. Now, these two characters are going to be taking a huge integral part of being able to outperform with assault rifle because they're going to be able to up their damage, but I'll talk that a little bit later in a different video. But now let's take a look at this beautiful weapon. So overall, in general, this weapon in particular reminds me of a Destiny weapon. Yes, guys, it actually looks like the Lord of Wolves. It looks like, even though the Lord of Wolves was a shotgun in Destiny, this is an assault rifle, which is a little bit different. And a few things that we want to take a look out of the weapon and stuff. So if you guys notice first glance, we're going to look where it says item level. Now, for those of you who might not know, I'm going to explain this because you might be new to the game. Item levels are basically the level that your weapon is able to get. So, of course, the higher level you are, the higher level these items are going to go up. Now, remember, you are capped in Outriders to a character level, but your weapons and armor are not capped to that particular level. So, you could be level 20, or let's say you could be level 30 as your character, and your weapon could be level 40, right? So, that is going to be really cool and really amazing because that's the way you're going to be able to outperform different enemies that come your way. In addition to that, guys, we notice right here where it says firepower 589. We also have three different sets of attributes compared to this particular weapon. Number one, we have weapon life leech. Now, this is pretty much how much your weapon is going to be able to extract from the enemy that you're shooting with, how much health you're going to be able to extract when shooting this weapon. Number two, it has healing received. So that means the amount of shots per bullets that you're going to be able to outtake, and how much healing received are you going to get from those bullets and that damage that you're outputting. So right here, it's looking at 7%. The last thing we have is close range damage, because some of these weapons are going to benefit from mid range, long range, and close range damage. So knowing which weapon pairs well with which different sets, which different outrider is going to be very important, because some outriders are actually really good for close range, mid range, and long range. So you're going to want to make sure what weapons fare well with them. Now, in addition to that, you guys, you're going to notice that in the bottom, we have a set of two mods. Now, the first mod that we have, this is a legendary mod. Now, the mods are broken down in three different tiers, and I'll explain that in a different video where I cover like the mods entirely. But all legendary weapons come with a tier 3 mod. Now, this tier 3 mod is called Limited Damage Link. Now, the limited damage link is actually what makes this weapon really OP, because what this is able to do, it's able to shoot 3 different enemies and cause damage to these 3 different enemies. Let me read the description. It says, shots linked up to 3 enemies sharing 30% of their weapon damage dealt and 10% of their anomaly damage dealt. So basically what you're going to be able to do this weapon is pretty much you're going to be able to cipher 3 different enemies. So you'll be able to shoot one enemy, and at the same time you're shooting that particular enemy, you're also going to be doing damage to the remaining 2 enemies, which is actually pretty crazy. This definitely seems like a weapon that's going to be very good when it comes for crowd control, or very good to pair when you actually either put someone in Ash or you freeze someone, or you're trying to mitigate a couple enemies coming your way, and there are kind of a multitude of enemies there that you want to take out really fast and get your health quickly, you're going to be able to target one individual, and just by targeting one individual, you'll be able to output a ton of damage to 3 enemies instead of just one. The next mod that this weapon comes with, and the reason I'm not going to be highlighting this particular mod too much, is because remember, mods are able to be interchanged in this particular game. So if you don't like that mod that you have right there, you're going to be able to change it off the bat, but we're still going to read about it. It says vulnerability bullets, and it reads, shots inflict vulnerable on enemies, cooldown of 8 seconds. So this pretty much just makes enemies vulnerable. In addition to that, pairing it with the unlimited damage link could be a very viable option, but there are other mods that could probably make this weapon extremely, extremely OP. Like I said, I'm going to cover mods in a separate video because there are a ton of mods available in the game, and some mods actually are going to fare well and pair better than others. So now let's take a look a little bit to the side of the actual weapon itself. We have standard VAR, which means if you full auto, semi-auto, you guys pretty much know the drift, right? So from here, guys, we get a total of 5 different I would say columns where we break down this weapon. So clip size is the amount of bullets you're going to be able to have. Of course, that you should already know that. Now, remember, in the game, you're able to increase the clip size by your skill tree. So do keep that in mind. Some Outriders are going to be able to do that. So this clip size could go up even higher. And that's going to be extremely important if you want to use specific bullets with skill trees that are going to make the weapon either shoot fire bullets. So it gets really crazy once you get into a little bit more. It also comes with the RPM of 600, damage of 25. Now remember, this base damage is able to be increased also as well within your skill tree. It also comes with a reload of 15 seconds. So you're going to be able to reduce that as well within your skill tree. And it comes with a critical chance multiplier of 12.5. Now this critical chance multiplier, once again, you'll be able to increase this with your skill tree. Now this is just the base weapon without any modifications, without anything being updated. In addition to that, it seems like this weapon seems to be very accurate because it's going to be 86% accuracy, stability 91, and range 35. So as you guys see right here, the range is very small. So this looks like a very close quarter weapon, one that you're definitely going to want to use when either you're getting rushed or you're fighting enemies up close and personal. So there are some characters that are those type of characters that you're going to want to make sure you engage the battle, like the Devastator, like the Trickster, who are going to be very good when it comes to close range weapons. And this weapon paired with those characters and with their skills and abilities could be a lethal machine. Once again, guys, this reminds me of it reminds me of the Lord of Wolves. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are a Destiny player. If it does remind you a little bit of the Lord of Wolves, it actually looks like a really good weapon. And, I can't give it a rating or a review right now, but when the game comes out, I'll definitely have a review of this weapon. Maybe you should consider farming it, trying to pick it up. And definitely this weapon is going to be viable for particular builds. As of right now, this is the only information we have of this legendary, but we will have you covered with more legendary weapons that we know of, their abilities, their attributes, and mods. So make sure you guys keep it here locked on this channel for more Outriders coverage. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.